Okay, YouTube, this is JL Chambers 82. Sorry for not posting up videos as frequently as I should. This is a recent game pickup. As I mentioned in my other video, I had picked up some games and everything. We got the old 3DO out, my Panasonic 3DO FZ1. And this is a game I had back in the day. It's one of my favorites for the system, and I finally got it in a long box and everything off eBay. In really good shape. Samurai Shodown. Now, as most of you guys know, most of my subscribers know, I do own a Neo Geo CD system, and I do have this game. It's Samurai Spirits. I have all Japanese versions of it, but I have Samurai Spirits, the first one, which in America we called Samurai Shodown. I have several others, but this was a port. This was published by Crystal Dynamics. You know, and SNK was still behind it and everything, so it's all intact. Graphics and everything are amazing. You had like kind of a console war with this game. People were trying to get the best port. There was one for Super Nintendo, for Sega Genesis, and Sega CD, and then of course the 3DO. This one blew them all away. This one pretty much had everything intact. The Sega CD version had the music and everything, but again, it was limited. There wasn't the scaling in and out, or the zoom, as you know, some people call it, which to me makes the game. It's really, really cool. It makes it a really unique experience. Great fighter. I mean, right up there to me with some of the best fighters ever made. This series, Samurai Shodown or Samurai Spirits, is right behind Street Fighter for me. I love this game. It's so much fun to play, and I've never mastered it. I always kind of play the bread and butter characters on it, but it's a great looking game. And if you've never played this game before and you have a 3DO, you can get this on eBay for cheap, so pick it up. And if you have a Neo Geo cart or a Neo Geo CD, pick up Samurai Shodown or Samurai Spirits, whichever's cheaper. It's fantastic. But I'm going to start it real quick, just so you get some of the, I'm going to put on easy. And the menu looks exactly, you know, like it would, except for, you know, I think mine's in Japanese on the Neo Geo. The menu looks the same. Graphics, sound effects, music is spot on. So why do I call this a port instead of an arcade perfect translation? Well, the speed. It is not all there on the speed. The speed on the Neo Geo CD, and of course Neo Geo Kart is the Neo Geo Kart's the exact same thing as the arcade, right? Well, the Neo Geo CD has minor load times. This is one of the games where the load times on the Neo Geo CD are minimal, but the speed is so much better. But the graphics and the zoom and everything works really, really well in this game. So for the time when it came out, when you had the competition with Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Sega CD, of course this blew them away. Unless you had the Neo Geo, which was real expensive, right? Well, so was a 3DO. So I don't know at the end of the day, back, you know, which was cheaper. I'm assuming it was still cheaper to have a 3DO and you know, get the game for $60, $70, and you know, pay $400, $500, even you know, if you bought the 3DO at launch at $700, you know, the Neo Geo cartridge system was pretty expensive back then. You know, it was anywhere between $300 and $500, plus the cart was $250. So you probably still came out better with the 3DO. But, you know, the speed leaves something to be desired. But, as you can tell, I mean, it is just a great looking game. If you've never played this game, it is just as much fun right now as it was back then. This is not a game that has dated or aged or anything like that. This is pretty much a timeless game. And I'm going to pause it because, you know, it was a game pickup. And, you know, you got to see some of the speed. I'm going to look at these games on the Neo Geo CD, the Samurai Spirits, so that'll be in some upcoming episodes. I've always wanted to do that anyway. So just kind of like, I don't know, take a little, you know, memory photograph of this gameplay and the speed and everything. We'll look at it on the Neo Geo CD and see if there's any difference. The next thing I want to get to is another game pickup, and it's not really violating one of my rules. I always said, I'm just kind of going through my TV stuff here, that I would only show the gameplay on original hardware. well, this is Final Fantasy VII, as you can tell. This is on my PS3. And I have an old PS3. It's one of the launch PS3s where you had to go and wait in line forever. I didn't wait in the line. I just got lucky. I walked into a Best Buy and they had like 3 of them sitting up on a table and bought one. And anyway, yeah, I mean, this game was $10. My original copy, I had the Black Label copy. I bought, Final Fantasy VII. Actually, I got it secondhand from my cousin. He bought it when it came out, and he was, and he was always in the sports games and everything like that. I remember I was gonna go buy Final Fantasy VII. I had it pre-bought and everything. I put $5 down on it. And he called me and said, "Hey man, I bought this game, Final Fantasy VII, because everybody at work said it was so great. It's a great game." He's like, "This, I just don't understand it. It's not my thing." Well, he'd never played an RPG before, so he didn't understand whatever everyone was raving about. So I bought it, and I got so far in it. It was great. I played, I probably played about 20 hours into it. I was almost, getting close to completion. And I had an old school PlayStation 1. It was I bought it on launch day. And that urban legend about you having to turn the motherfucker over to get it to work was not a myth. You actually, they did. They failed, and you had to turn them over. Eventually, they just stopped working. And it happened to be right when I was about 20 hours into Final Fantasy VII, and I was almost done with Resident Evil 2. So I was pretty pissed. Both games are now available on the PlayStation 3 network. The download, this was $10. And guys, I'm just going to show it real quick. We've all seen the game, and if you haven't seen the game, if you're tuning in for the first time, and you don't have a PlayStation 1, just a PlayStation, buy this game. There's a lot of mixed reviews about it. Some people think it was overhyped. Most of us agree that this is one of the greatest games ever made. Definitely turn-based RPGs, I don't think there's anything better. I really don't. And it's timeless. This game is over a decade old, and it still looks great. It looks beautiful on these HD TVs. And I can't say enough good things about it. I mean, when this game came out, there was all kinds of stuff about it. I mean, just look at this. I mean, holy hell. 90s, PlayStation 1, there was nothing like this, guys. Nothing. And, it was all, very a la Resident Evil. It was the first game ever in the series to do the pre-rendered backgrounds. And, here's a little bit of the battle sequences. Just fantastic. Fantastic game. Can't say enough good things about it. And I just wanted to show you guys, because most of you have seen it and everyone's played this, yeah, whatever. There are some people out there that haven't, and there's got to be some of the, people that subscribe to me or watch my videos that have not played this. Play it. I mean, I don't care what you have to do. Buy the original copy. I did. Because I bought this, I went out and on eBay and I bought now an original copy with all the CDs intact and everything, because I just had to own it, because I did. And this game is gorgeous to look at, easy to pick up. I mean, by today's standards, it's very, very easy to pick up and play, but it's not a blow-through game. I mean, there's still a lot of strategy with it. It's just amazing. Definitely one of the best video games ever made. I don't care what anyone says, like it was overhyped, whatever. This changed the way we play RPGs. This changed the way RPGs were designed, and they only got more complicated. And to me, I wish they would go back to this kind of system, because RPGs now, I think the main hindrance with them is the fact that they are too complicated, that you have to do too much, and it's too involving. People lose interest. They'll put in 20 hours of a 80-hour game, and what fun is that? I mean, this game, the story keeps you hooked, the gameplay keeps you hooked. It's simple. Pick it up and play it. So guys, anyway, these are just a couple of things I picked up, along with Call of Duty 2, not Call of Duty 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. By the way, if you're reluctant to pick that up because you think it's a remake, it's not a remake of before. Pick it up. Campaign's awesome. I saw some comments about that on my page as well. So, guys, definitely pick up this game if you haven't. Download it. Samurai Shodown for 3DO is a great pickup. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, must-have. Campaign's awesome. Graphics are mind-blowing. Best first-person shooter on any console. So later, YouTube. Post a video soon.